if you click this video at one point away, and please tell me what the reason for it was, so that I can improve. Otherwise, hi and welcome. I'm trying to learn gastroenterology today, how food is swallowed, and after we've done that, we're gonna do martial arts basics training. And if you participate in the martial arts basics training, then it's at your own risk. Now, we already read the whole double page book in the previous multiple parts, but we wanted to come back for this one little thing, how food is swallowed. And we want to prepare a presentation about it, so it's just to be able to say what is told you about how food is swallowed. Now first the anatomy. The pharynx is the back part of the mouth, the palate is the top of the mouth, the tongue is in the middle of the mouth, and the food bolus, that is the thing which is eaten, so the food bolus is the food. And the hyoid bone, I don't really get it, it's somewhere in the throat. And the epiglots, this is the thing which closes the, I think, windpipe down, that the food does not come down to the larynx and into the lungs. This is not medical advice, I just treat it and try to understand. And in the larynx, that is here in front where the voice is. Swallowing begins as a voluntary action, but at the back of the mouth, reflex action takes over. A small food ball called the bolus is pressed against the palate. So it starts as voluntary action. The person starts to initiate the swallowing and presses the food against the palate. Throat muscles hold the hyoid bone steady, and the epiglottis closes over the larynx entrance to stop food entering the lungs. I just noticed this. Throat muscles hold the hyoid bone steady. What happens if it doesn't work properly? Okay, we're talking about internal anatomy and so on. I think you noticed already. So when the food is pressed, the reflex action starts, and the throat muscles are holding the hyoid bone steady. And when the epiglottis closes to the larynx, close to the windpipe, close so the food does not come to the larynx and the lung. Food is forced through the pharynx and the back of the mouth, into the esophagus, and then into the stomach. And there's a muscle sphincter at the top of the esophagus and at the downside of the sphincter. Also at the time happens that the salivary glands are there, and they are located in the cheeks, underneath the ears. I'm going to do the other thing in a moment. Under the tongue and in the lower jaw. These produce saliva, a digestive juice which helps to lubricate food and break it down to simple sugars. Okay, the saliva helps down to break food into simple sugars, lubricates also, and it is located, we have everything here. It is well known that the sight, the smell, or even the thought of food can make the can make the mouth water. That is, they start the flow of saliva. There are three pairs of salivary glands. The sublingual and the submandibular glands lying beneath the jawbone, and the parotid glands, which are at either side of the face, just in front of the ears. And these are the glands that swell up during an attack of mumps. Just in front of the ears, to be said. The other ones, you have said, in cheeks. Just in front of the ears. Okay, this is what we want to say. We want to say the food, which is called the food bolus, is as a voluntary action pressed against the palate, and that causes the reflex actions of swallowing to happen, and all the rest of the digestion also. The throat muscles hold the hyoid bone steady, and then the epiglottis close the way to the windpipe down, so that now food comes to the larynx or to the lungs, and then the food is forced down through the pharynx into the esophagus, down into the stomach. And there's a muscle sphincter at the top and at the bottom of the esophagus. And also during the process, during the chewing, there's also during the process the salivary glands doing. There are three pairs of them. There are the submandibular at the lower jaw or below the lower jaw, under tongue and in lower jaw. The sublingual and submandibular glands lying beneath the jawbone. Has been written in our person? Okay, they're lying. The submandibular, the mandibular is the bone in the jaw, and sublingual also there in the jaws, under the tongue. And then the parotid glands, they're in the cheeks, just in front of the ears. They are the ones which are swelling up when someone has moles. And this saliva helps to lubricate and also to break down the simple sugars, or the food to simple sugar. I have a second camera which I'm going to start now when I try to set it. How food is swallowed. It starts as a voluntary reaction. The food is pressed and the food is called food bolus against the top of the mouth, against the palate with the tongue, and then the reflex action happens. The throat muscles are holding the hyoid bone steady, and the epiglottis closing to the windpipe, so that now food comes to the larynx or to the lungs. And then the food is forced down the pharynx, the back of the mouth, into the esophagus, down into the stomach, when food peristalsis movement into the stomach. And there is a muscle sphincter at the top and at the bottom of the esophagus also. And during the process there are also the salivary glands during saliva. That saliva helps to lubricate and also to break down the food into simple sugars. And they are three paired. There are the two submandibular at the lower jaw, and also the two sublingual underneath the tongue, and the two parotid glands, they are at the cheeks close to the ears. And these are the ones which swell up if someone has moles. And that is according to the digestive system on the page 466 and 467 of Reader's Digest Library of Modern Knowledge, Book 2, Part 9, The Human Body, written by Jordan McPhersons and Tony Smith. I'm going to stop for a second, camera. And that was the gastroenterology part. If you will hear for gastroenterology, you can go directly to the next part of gastroenterology. If you stay here and participate in the, whatever we do, in the martial arts basics training, then it's at your own risk. One leg up, pull the leg up, point with the toes down, relax the leg. Our leg. And now, take the leg at the ankle. Make a straight back, point with the knee down to the ground. Upper leg. Straight back, knee down to the ground. And legs wide apart. One toe, some toes are pointing in front, and just stretching the inner side of the leg. On one foot, the toes are pointing in front. And over to the other side. On one foot, the toes are pointing to the front, and we're stretching the inner side of the leg. Now go from side to side, the mantis. Up again. Now a few lunges. Go in front with one leg, and down with the knee, and back again. Up and in front. Up leg in front. And the leg in front, and down. Up one in front, and back. And now, the shovel snow blow exercise. Knee up and back. 1, 2, 3 steps. Knee up and back. 1, 2, 3. Up and back. 2 more. Up and back. 3. Up and back. Now stretch kicks. One hand out, kick against it. 3 steps. Hand out and kick against it. 1, 2, 3. Kick. 1, 2, 3. Hand kick. 2 more. Now the frog. Knee up and back, up and in, upper leg, up, back, up, up and in, and one more. Now, Flashcan kicks. Leg up and back, up and in, up and in. And 2 more. And now, lunge kicks. So I'm going to kick now close to the camera. 1 foot in front, so lunge, knee down, and then kick. And again back. Right leg in front, and kick. And again back. Other leg in front, and again back. 1 leg in front, and kick. And 2 more. left leg in front and kick, and right leg in front, kick. Squat kicks. Make a squat down and kick to the side. Squat and kick. You can do also a wider squat. Squat and kick. Squat and kick. Last two. And a wandering frog. Squat down and big side. You can do a wider squat. Squat. Squat and big squat and crush and kick. Last two. And now 12 push-ups. On the ground, hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the tailbone in and go down, elbows close to the rib cage. The first one. And the second one. And the third one. And the fourth. And fifth one. Number 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. And let's go on with 10 and 11. And the last one, number 12. Now, Vikas hilltop stretch. One heel onto the ground, pull the toes in. Foot to the left, pull the toes in. Foot to the right, pull the toes in. To the middle and move the leg from left to right. Other side, heel onto the ground, pull the toes in. Foot to the right, left, pull the toes in. And middle and then move from left to right. One leg up, pull the leg up. Other leg up. Legs to sides, breathing down. And breathing out. Again. Out. Breathing across the legs. And breathing out. That was the martial arts basic training. I thank you very much. Until next time.